Alright, time for the next episode to look at, and that is the Corbomite Maneuver. On Stardate 1512.2, the Federation starship USS Enterprise, commanded by Captain James T. Kirk, finishes the third day of star mapping when novice navigator Lieutenant Dave Bailey spots a large spinning colored cube floating in space. First Officer Spock orders helmsman Sulu to sound an alert. Down in sickbay, Chief Medical Officer Dr. McCoy is giving Captain Kirk his quarterly physical exam. McCoy notices but does not mention the flashing alert light. Spock informs Kirk about the cube, which is maintaining its position relative to the Enterprise. Kirk is annoyed that McCoy didn't mention the alert, but McCoy stubbornly states that he isn't about to jump at every flashing light. Chief Engineer Scott cannot explain how the cube works. A nervous and inexperienced Bailey advocates attacking it with phasers. Kirk has orders the ship to back away from the object. The cube comes even closer and emits harmful radiation, and Kirk reluctantly destroys it. In Kirk's quarters, Yeoman Rand brings him an unappetizing salad per Dr. McCoy's medical orders, and Kirk has gained weight. Sulu interrupts a series of attack drills and calls battle stations for real. Spock says that a much larger object is rapidly approaching. A gigantic glowing sphere quickly approaches the Enterprise, filling the bridge view screen even at low magnification. Commander Balok identifies the ship as the Fesarius, the flagship of the First Federation, explaining that the destroyed cube was a border marker. Whoops! Mr. Spock gets a visual of Bartok, grotesque blue-skinned humanoid with a frightening face. Balok ignores Kirk's greetings and announces that he will destroy the Enterprise for trespassing into First Federation territory and destroying the marker buoy. He gives the crew only 10 minutes to pray to their deities. Bailey succumbs to his fears, rants irrationally, and Kirk orders him off the bridge. In a side conversation, McCoy says that he will formally report that Kirk promoted Bailey too quickly. Kirk angrily accuses him of bluffing and cuts him off. Mr. Spock compares the situation to a game of chess. In chess, when one player is outmatched, the game was over. He regrets having no logical answer. Kirk, inspired by his argument with McCoy, replies that the solution is not chess, but poker. He bluffs, telling Balok that the Enterprise contains Corbomite, a protective substance that automatically destroys any attacker. Balok apparently falls for the ruse and does not destroy the ship. A calmer Bailey returns to the bridge, and Kirk lets him return to his station. Balok requests details on the Corbomite device. Continuing the bluff, Kirk deliberately pauses and then refuses. A smaller tug detaches from the Fesarius and tows the Enterprise deep into First Federation space, where Balok states he will intern the crew and destroy the Enterprise. Kirk orders the Enterprise to gradually resist the tug ship's tractor beam. Just as its engines are about to explode from overload, the Enterprise breaks free. This apparently disables the alien vessel, which is unable to call for help from its mothership. Rather than flee, Kirk, McCoy, and Bailey form a boarding party to render assistance. Aware that it could be a trap, Kirk denies Spock's request to accompany them. Scott warns them that the alien ship is cramped and beams over. They soon discover that the Balok on their monitor was just a dummy. The real Balok, looking like a hyper-intelligent human child, enthusiastically welcomes them aboard. He offers them his favorite drink, Tranya, to toast their meeting. They all drink to their new friendship. Balok explains that he was merely testing the Enterprise and his crew to discover their true intentions. He had read the Enterprise computer records, but felt they could have been a deception. He created his dummy alter ego, knowing his true appearance would never frighten anyone. That's true. Kirk and company finally relax. Balok runs the Fesarius entirely by himself and greatly misses company and conversation. He wants to learn more about humans and their culture, and Kirk volunteers Lieutenant Bailey to remain on Balok's ship as an emissary of the Federation. Bailey happily accepts the assignment and Balok gives them a tour of his ship. Aww, a good ending with an interesting story with a happy ending. Yay! Alright, anyway, let's look at the production elements of the story, shall we? The episode was the first of the regular series to be produced, after two pilots, The Cage and Where No Man Has Gone Before, which had been made in 1964 and 1965. It was shot on a different stage in Hollywood. Sets were transferred from Desilu's Culver City location, and a new engine room set constructed. Shooting started on May 24, 1966. The episode was held back until November, becoming the 10th episode to be broadcast, as it was decided to focus on planet-based stories early in the show's run. A very interesting idea, don't you think? Well, hopefully overall, I give the Corbomite Maneuver 5 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me next time as we look at the two-parter, the Menagerie, and yes, I will get both parts in the same video. So, until then, love and prosper, everybody.